The grief and pain for many hostage families persists. The parents of Hersh Goldberg-Polin traveled the world to try and get their son home. We learned about 6 weeks ago their son was killed by Hamas. Then they had to bury their child. Now, weeks later, they're still trying to process it all. Our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, spoke with them about their path forward after the unthinkable.
There was a moment when that ovation for John and Rachel Goldberg-Polin at the DNC in Chicago in August turned into an arena-shaking chant.
Hersh, if you can hear us, we love you. Stay strong. Survive.
And it felt just possible that the couple's son, 23-year-old Hersh Goldberg-Polin, and some 100 other hostages might just make it home from Hamas captivity in Gaza.
Bring them home.
I spoke to his parents, Rachel and John, the next morning.
We were very much caught off guard by the reception.
If you look closely, the number on their shirts marking the days since the kidnapping read 321.
We're fighting to get Hersh and these other 108 hostages home.
On day 330 came the devastating news.
An outpouring of grief and anger in Israel after the bodies of 6 hostages, including an Israeli American, are recovered. 6 hostages who'd been held by Hamas, all shot to death at close range. Among them, Hersh Goldberg-Polin, a 23-year-old Israeli American. President Biden speaking with his family, saying he's devastated.
And then, after Hersh's funeral, for the first time in a year, the couple went silent, grappling with the enormity of the loss, and now speaking again with the media for the first time.
Last time we met was in Chicago. And I mean, I couldn't help but notice that you were hopeful. And then I guess it was just a week later that you heard about Hersh. Can you describe that up and then that devastating down?
Hearing this worst possible news was, I think we're still in a lot of shock and trauma.
Hersh was buried in Jerusalem, and at the funeral, his mother Rachel crying out to him.
Hersh! It's Mama.
A mother who made it her business to learn every last detail of her beloved son's final moments.
They think that he was standing when he was first shot, and the bullet came out of the top of his head. And we know that because there's so much gunpowder in his hair. When he was found 2 days later. He was still on his knees. Sort of, remember, it was such a narrow corridor. And one of the young women had her head resting on his side, on his lap. And she had also been shot.
Just knowing that he had managed to survive 330 days, weighing 115 pounds at the end with no hand, does that make you feel some pride?
Yes, definitely. I have such incredible faith and pride in those 6 young people for making it so long and doing every single thing right. Because when someone puts a gun to your head or your hand or your neck and kills you when you are completely defenseless, that is not your fault in any way. They did every single thing right.
In their frantic effort to lobby for their son and other hostages that year, the couple emerged from anonymity to make the Time 100 list. But in their minds, they failed.
We had meetings with every leader in the world. We had doors open to us. We were having conversations. We were pushing and pushing and doing all the right things. But first of all, we did fail because there was one binary result. Success equals bring Hersh and the other hostages home alive. Anything short of that is failure. So we did fail. But the world let us down let down these 6 hostages, and the world failed.
They say they'll keep fighting for the other hostages, but also offer a stark warning.
We are pawns in a game. The hostages are pawns in a game, and by extension, their families and loved ones. And just like in chess, pawns are expendable. And I have felt that, and I am concerned that many innocent people on our side, certainly in Gaza, are considered pawns in this game and are expendable until the people who have power and influence decide that they're done.
Our thanks to Hersh's parents for that conversation, as well as Matt Gutman.